AI, I think we're running into some of the same challenges that we've run into with past technologies. And if we accept that all of the kind of hype around AI, that at the end of the day, AI is just a technology. Digital advertising was just a technology. Social media was just a technology. Mobile apps, smartphones were just a technology. And we made a pretty consistent mistake with all three of those when they were new, and we were just kind of learning about them. And I'm afraid the same thing is happening with AI, and it doesn't really have to. And what is happening is this excitement about how cool and shiny this new thing is. And so there's kind of a land rush to go and do stuff with it. And there's a need to do some kind of understand it, play around with it. Certainly, absolutely, that's fine. But that doesn't mean that when it comes to actually wanting the AI to deliver business value, that there isn't a need for kind of 101 basics when it comes to measuring the impact. So one, having real clarity on what problem the AI application is trying to address. And is that problem tied to a business outcome? Is it getting in the way of achieving a business outcome? Starting with that, and then looking at the AI application and saying, how are we going to measure the impact? Not whether it was like successfully rolled out, whether it kind of hit the marks of performance, but did it actually deliver results? One of the things about AI, generative AI in particular, is that it is often kind of a person-facing mechanism. So it's the call center reps, or it's consumers directly, or it's employees who are interacting with it. That means that it's kind of uniquely situated to be rolled out in an experimental way. So if we're trying to improve the issue resolution through our call center and we're rolling out an assistant to help our call center reps, there's nothing that says we can't roll that out as a controlled experiment. Let some of the reps have the new AI-enabled application. Let the other reps not. Compare the issue resolution between them, or the customer satisfaction, or the time to resolution, or whatever it is. So that doesn't mean these have to be rolled out in an experimental fashion. That is absolutely the gold standard, kind of getting scientific evidence of what is the impact. But even if using a different method to validate, is this delivering impact? Focusing on the outcome, the metrics and outcome-oriented metrics, or setting targets for those and saying this is what we need to achieve in order for this AI thing to have delivered a meaningful impact is critical. And I hope we don't kind of go down the same path of making the same mistakes, of having to be much, much farther along the adoption cycle before that question starts getting asked. Because it's really kind of right there in front of us to actually try out and say, what is the impact these AI applications are actually delivering for our organizations? That means some of them are not delivering impact. Cool, doesn't mean run away from AI, just run away from that AI, try something else. So that's kind of my thoughts on the subject. I've got an article that I've linked to in the comments that is a little bit longer, kind of goes into more detail, but I'd love to hear what you think as well.